Canterbury Tales, which seamlessly blends the lofty and the lowly. The work consists of 24 stories, each told by one of Chaucer's spirited characters. Narrators include familiar medieval figures such as a knight, a clerk, and a nun, and the less recognizable reeve and mancible, and others. The tales are written in Middle English, which often looks entirely different from the language spoken today. It was used between the 12th and 15th centuries and evolved from Old English due to increased contact with European Romantic languages after the Norman conquest of 1066. Most of the Middle English alphabet is still familiar today, with the inclusion of a few archaic symbols such as yog, which denotes the Y, J, or G sound. The loquacious cast of the tales first meet at the Tabard Inn in Southwark. They have a journey in common, a pilgrimage to Canterbury to visit the shrine of St. Thomas Becket, a martyred archbishop who was murdered in his own cathedral. Eager and nosy for some personal details, the host of the inn proposes a competition. Whoever tells the best tale will be treated to dinner. If not for their pilgrimage, many of these figures would never have had the chance to interact. This is because medieval society followed a feudal system that divided the clergy and nobility from the working classes, made up of peasants and serfs. By Chaucer's time, the professional class of merchants and intellectuals had also emerged. Chaucer spent most of his life as a government official during the 100 Years' War, travelling throughout Italy and France, as well as his native England. This may have influenced the panoramic vision of his work, and in the tales, no level of society is above mockery. Chaucer uses the quirks of the character's language, the ribald humour of the cook, the solemn prose of the parson, and the lofty notions of the squire to satirise their world views. The varied dialects, genres, and literary tropes also make the work a vivid record of the different ways medieval audiences entertain themselves. For instance, The Knight's Tale of courtly love, chivalry, and destiny riffs on romance, while the tales of working-class narrators are generally comedies filled with scatological language. This variation includes something for everyone, and that's one reason why readers continue to delight in the work in both Middle English and translation. While the narrative runs to over 17,000 lines, it's apparently unfinished, as the prologue ambitiously introduces 29 pilgrims and promises 4 stories apiece, and the innkeeper never crowns a victor. It's possible that Chaucer was so caught up in his sumptuous creations that he delayed picking a winner, or perhaps he was so fond of each character that he just couldn't choose. Whatever the reason, this means that every reader is free to judge. The question of who wins is up to you.